Yeah. They've really. I like the way the Carolina Hurricanes are playing. They're playing fast. They got really good set of forwards. They play a real in-your-face structured game. Play the 200-foot game. There's no cheat. There's a really good group of players there, and they seem to have a real good culture. So you look at their probably last 20 games. I mean, it's um, I look back at their whole year. Probably it's more the start where they had a lot of injuries to some key people, and if you could just get rid of that, they're a pretty good hockey team. I really think that they're going to climb real quickly, but they're playing great hockey. I mean, everybody they play is not only have they been beating them, if they haven't been beating them, they've given everything that they can handle. So they're playing really well.
I don't think you ever had even a 40-goal scorer in Nashville, and now you got a guy who's on the doorstep of 50. I mean, has that been kind of interesting, cool for you to see a guy
Yeah,
at such a gaudy number?
yeah, and it's what blows me away right now is that there's really only two 40-goal scorers in the National Hockey League, and one that's virtually on the 50 goal. And then after that, there's very few 30-goal scorers. There's 20-something goal scorers, and you look at what he's done over his career. It's gonna be a Hall of Fame career when he's done. But he's 20, maybe 25% ahead of the next nearest people, and he's further than that on most of the rest of the field that are considered, yeah, people are in that 20 to 25 range. So it's pretty astounding.
When you came in the off season, I think about over you referenced to hear things out west, and then you came and worked with them on a daily basis, and the things that you picked up that you were not necessarily aware of. What were some of those things that maybe contradicted what you had heard?
Well, just all the things that he's not coachable and all that. Those are all to me not true at all. Um, he cares about the team. He's in a good place, I think, in his life where he wants to win. He understands the team process. He's continuing to learn and respect the game. As he's getting older, I think he appreciates the mortality end of being an NHL player and what he wants to accomplish in his career. So all those things are really good, and I just think he's, as I said, he's an honest guy. He's just straightforward and tells you what he thinks, and you ask him to do something, he'll do it.
Are there things that you pulled out of the last time you guys played Carolina that you want to implement now, or is it more focused on what we did against?
Well, we got to correct a couple things about New York, which we'll talk a little bit today about, and then. Just the thing with Carolina is they can really frustrate you because they're on the puck all the time. They got lots of back pressure. They're getting good goaltending. They're committed in their game, and we had some not enough good looks. We didn't play execute through the neutral zone and on our breakouts as well as we need to, and then they capitalized on some chances and ended up beating us. So we just got to do a better job of that. And it's important to us. The games are getting down to the last, 6 or so games, and we just need points. And every team that's in our way, I look at it as the biggest game of the year from now till we get in.
I think aside from Obi's goal, that new look top line only had maybe a handful, 3 or 4 shot attempts the rest of the game. How did you think that group looked together?
I thought they were fine. What the Rangers were doing, they loaded up basically their top line and Girardi and McDonough on the back end, and our other lines had more room to roam, if you will, and they was fine. Sometimes there's a trade-off. They loaded all that up at home and. To keep Ovi off the board, and they didn't. But the shots that they did have counted, so I'd rather have those ones have less than them counting. He's getting there. As I said, he's coming around a little slower than we anticipated. It's probably, a little more serious than we even anticipated, but it's not really serious, and it just takes some time to heal. And the anticipation probably is we're probably anticipating taking him on the trip, and he's getting closer to skating with us. So I don't anticipate him to play on the trip, but he will probably start skating with us.
Is it possible that Orlov would come join you guys? I think he's scheduled for Wednesday.
Yeah, there's a chance, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Could he possibly get in a game there? Or is that where you guys have identified?
Well, we'll see where we are. I mean, if he rejoins us, and we'll just see how the games play out. But we'd like to get him into some games before the end here, so that he can get up to speed at this level.
To that end, what have you seen from Gleason and Green pairing that you've liked or noticed?
Well, the thing I like about that pair is obviously Greeny is a real good offensive. He's got great offensive instincts. He can get up, and he's got a guy in Gleese who basically will stay back and protect the house. But what I like about Gleese is he's starting to trust his own game a little bit more and feeling more comfortable with the puck. He's playing more physical, which that's what you really want from that style of player, playing with Greeny, and I think lately he's done a really good job.
For both guys like Tim and Curtis who get here late in the year, trade deadline, are they where they should be in terms of picking up systems and comfortable and things like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think Gleese is pretty comfortable from a defensive standpoint. I've moved Curtis up and down the lineup a little bit. I put him on right a little bit, so he's probably, it's been a little bit more difficult for him. But I know that he's a really solid player for us. And last game we went to a little more four-line mentality in that game, and then before that I had him up with Ovi and Backy. So we're looking for different things. So.